This is the Howling of Frankfort. I am joined over Discord by...
Marcus Robert.
Daniel is Guy.
Melina is Tomi.
Tori is Kita.
Peter is Jack.
I am, of course, Ian the Storyteller. We are kind of arranged in a different setup because we are trying something a little new for Mark. So we can see his lovely shining face, and he can see our lovely shining face, except for Daniel's and mine.
There.
Alright, so let us get hit with the recap.
On our last episode, our werewolf friends had a lovely day in school. Kita has just been enrolled in her classes, got a nice little tour by Megan.
Oh, God.
Who smells funny. Dun, dun, dun. There was a small, fiery, explosive situation.
It was amazing.
In
I regret nothing.
a chemistry class between Guy and Jack.
It was Jack.
Mostly Jack.
All Jack.
All Jack.
Don't try to take my glory.
Robert had a lovely encounter with a female.
Lady.
Yeah, totally. Lovely.
She...
Blackmailed me into a date.
Yes. Which apparently really impressed Robert and all of us. It was like, wow, okay, cool. She took initiative. And we also had a small history recap as to who was Father Wolf and who was Mother Luna, and a bit of a, history lesson as to how werewolves came about, and a little bit of what we stand for. And now, we will see what our werewolf friends will encounter today.
Alright, well, as everybody here very well knows, and if you don't know, then you're a little too young to be watching this podcast, school's boring. Straight up. School's boring, so we're going to move through the last half of the day. I believe there was a bout that needed to happen.
Yay!
Yeah,
Violence!
Fight, 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 fight.
we do love violence.
Tomi happens to be a junior MMA fighter. Robert, Kita, and Guy are up in the stands. Good seats, because you got connections. But not as good as Jack's seat. Ringside.
Oh yeah.
We're not with them?
No, he's up there close to his sister.
I couldn't score.
I'm gonna eat my nachos all jealously.
I couldn't score the best seats for everybody.
You're kind of sitting in the corner, you're doing your, pre-match, bouncing.
Stretching.
Your trainer, Dale, I make a distinction there, obviously, kind of gestures for you to sit down, he kind of he wants to give you, your customary shoulder rub. As you sit down, he starts rubbing your shoulders and he leans into your ear. Don't rage out.
Don't kill her. Got it. Don't kill her.
Yeah, don't kill her.
Not here to kill, just here to win.
Kill her, but don't kill her!
No, Tommy!
You hear the
The
crowd.
mouthful of nachos.
We're just gonna do simple, down and dirty fighting. It's gonna be your dice pool versus this person's dice pool. Whoever wins the bout.
Come on!
Pressure!
So 2?
2.
I got 2.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You lost.
I lost.
She...
You're like...
Exceptional.
Oh!
Oh!
She got a lucky hidden.
She did not just lose. She got beat. Oh,
You
man.
went too soft.
I might have to roll a composure check. I'm pretty sure that would piss her off.
Like, how dare I hold back?
Uh-oh.
I have to double check something.
Uh-oh. It's bad if you have to double check.
Guy, Robert, and Kita, you guys are in the stands talking during the match. You can tell Tommy's losing.
Guys, do you see her face?
I know she's been told to go easy, but I think she's going too easy. I don't know why. Maybe the stress of everything that's happened last week. But
we might want to get ready. in case nothing happens.
Does she have a favorite food? I hold up my nachos. I got nachos. Does she love nachos? I'll put bacon in
Food's
it.
not gonna do anything.
She
I don't
likes
think.
bacon.
She's always been good. Like, she hasn't blown up in a while, so I think it'll be fine. It's just...
We should still be prepared.
You
for
alert,
this
I
thing.
guess?
Should I be near the car in case we gotta leave?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Can I see what is Jack doing? Can I see anything, any reactions from him, or...
He's into it, but he's really worried.
Like...
As the referee
I can't
says-
I can't motion to Jack, so...
Yeah.
We'll see. I guess, yeah, we're just... Me watching Jack.
What exactly is Jack doing? Outside of being into it.
Right. Well, he's ringside. Would he, like, at the end of the match, would he be, like, one to go inside?
Probably not, because he's not an official of any sort.
Okay.
Can it be 2 out of 3? I would like to raise this option of having rounds.
Okay, if you fail
Okay.
and lose this next one,
Mhm.
I will force a composure check.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a gambler.
Remember, you have those too.
Oh,
Say-
yeah, can I burn a willpower?
Yes, you can.
That's another 3. Right? 3?
Yeah. You don't want to assassinate. You want to destroy them.
Oh, I don't see anything good.
I see 3 with 1 reroll. 3 successes.
You somehow get a second wind and begin to beat her back.
Okay. And the crowd goes wild.
Yay!
Get it. Okay.
As
Good
the
thing
referee
there's multiple
says,
rounds in this match.
And you finally... It was a long match. You're finally able to drop her with a knee straight to the stomach, and she goes down, and you go down on top of her, and you start just pounding. That's when the referee, dives in between the two of you, waving his arms, calling the end of the match. She's unconscious.
Ooh, that's pretty bad.
That happens.
Broken nose.
That's not too bad.
Pretty sure you knocked out a couple of teeth, too.
She wasn't using them.
Woo!
Oh, I could use those.
Just examine him. Necklace.
Uh-oh. That's fine.
As you stand up, he raises your arm and he goes, "The winner is Tomi!"
Yeah! I run up to the cage thing and I, start waving.
Giving you a thumbs up
Tommy!
from the stands.
I raise my nachos to you.
You just see nachos in the air.
Tommy!
Yeah, I point out. I do a backflip.
Good deal.
As
I
you-
hope I
You're in the room with... You're in, the waiting area with Dale, and Dale goes, "That was a close one."
Yeah, I had a rough week. I kind of start wiping my face. Rough week, no sleep. I ran into the other Dale.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Um,
I gotta admit, I was not my mind wasn't fully in it, but I turned it around. I do
At
what I
this
do.
point, Guy, Robert, Kita, and Jack are allowed in. You see her, with just the towel over her and her in her shorts. It looks like she was in the middle of changing. Just didn't quite finish changing.
I assume I was in my robe.
Yeah, I said towel around your neck, so yeah.
Tommy, I got you second nachos with bacon. Good job.
I do love nachos and bacon. I start eating.
That was a close one.
Close, you had us worried.
Close match.
I actually thought I'd put on a show for you guys.
Well, you fooled all of us. We were just looking at you like,
Really? Doubt in me is called show. Alright? I
Okay.
wanted to give the crowd a good show, and I think I delivered.
well, you gave everybody a good job.
Alright, so I won. I'm gonna take a quick shower, and then Milky Way.
Hell yeah!
Sure.
Milky Way?
Oh, guys, explain to her the greatness of Milky Way.
It's just a malt shop.
It's a snack bar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a cool little local spot.
You have to play it up a little.
That's his job to play up things.
Me. I mean, it's good.
It's one of the best malt shops you can find around here. There's
Yeah.
nothing else like it.
There's
Trust
no
me.
the
As soon
other
as you see it,
one.
you're gonna want nothing else.
Alright.
Yes, so Robert said.
Getting malts.
All right. Takes about 30 minutes before you guys are out of there and you're heading back to town. Takes you maybe about 10 minutes once in town to get to the Milky Way. They're still open. Dale called ahead to make sure they were still open, even though it's getting like 7, 8 p.m.
Yes.
Dale kind of let you out of the car because he was driving you.
Thanks, Dale.
Not a problem.
You don't want to join us?
No. I gotta do some things back at home.
All of us or just Tom?
All of you.
Oh, okay.
But do you need me to stay? Because I know your car's in the shop.
How long of the walk?
It's close to TPA, so it's a little bit further than TPA of a walk, but it's a walking distance type thing.
No, we'll be fine. We'll just take a stroll back anyway. You know, gotta do some patrolling.
Strolling and patrolling.
Yeah.
He kind of laughs and he goes, kind of looks back at Kita. So, your first night on patrol.
Guess so.
Don't worry, they'll keep you safe. Or they won't, and you'll just become some spirit thing's puppet.
Nah, that's really funny.
You're an interesting one.
He's just Dale being Dale.
Hey,
We haven't gone.
I may not be like you guys, but I still know things.
If you're hanging around her, then obviously.
He showed us the ropes. Me and Jack, our first.
I tried. I'm not you guys, as stated.
I think you did pretty good. You tried. All right. Well, say hello to the wife and kids.
Will do. You guys shut the door and go up to the malt shop, ordering your stuff as he drives away. Your stuff comes out relatively quickly. They were already prepared.
Yes.
They know our orders already.
Best monster.
Well, Dale put it in for you.
Oh, okay.
Yum, yum, yum.
You guys go with your food and your soft serve ice cream and whatever else you ordered
Onion rings.
to the.
Ooh,
It's kind of like, it's not a gazebo, but it's like a barn almost that sits over the creek.
Okay.
So it kind of jets out over the creek. No walls, you can just look out. It's a little bit of a wooded area. It's not like woods, but it's a little wooded. The creek's nearby.
See some kids skinny dipping, you know.
In a creek.
Okay.
Yeah, in the middle of February.
I know. It's freezing.
It's called
January.
It's called a double dare.
It's called I lost a bet.
Is she not wrong?
She's not wrong.
Alright, so you guys are sitting at the table.
Eating our food.
If you want it, go ahead.
Sorry. I think it's 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where were you then?
Yes.
I perceive. I got 1.
And re-roll it. 2.
2. Well, outside of the kids skinny dipping, you also see 2 kids that have decided to take to the bushes for other extracurricular activities.
The weed kind?
Shaking the bush here, boss. Shaking the bush.
Oh!
Well, I think I didn't see this.
I'm just eating my food.
Guys, I think they're banging over there. Oh, I whisper, guys, I think they're banging over there.
But it's so cold outside. You can't do nothing in the cold.
That's how you keep
Get
warm.
Okay. Part of you.
Oh my gosh, guys! We should transform
Scare.
into a wolf
I'm just slowly eating my food, looking at all of them.
and like scare the crap out of them.
Yes.
Yeah. You should do that.
Scare them?
Yeah.
I thought we were not supposed to let the herd know.
Well,
You're
they
not
won't
gonna go
know.
with the dolly.
You just be a really big dog.
It's a wolf.
Just turn into a really big dog in a bush
Urban.
and then scare them.
Yeah, Urhan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the wolf.
Alright, why not? Why not? Alright.
Yes.
I'm gonna
You
swing
kind of
around them
yeah.
and transform. I just slowly start creeping up on them.
Roll me a perception check because you haven't actually seen them.
Yeah, I'm just creeping up to where they are ish.
Towards the direction she told you.
11.
Just listen.
Alright.
4. How many do you need?
I'm gonna shake my head as I eat my food while they all plan this out.
So you'll do 11 dice.
I'm pulling out my cell phone.
Oh, he's recording.
Oh god.
Which cell phone? I don't know.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm just
Right?
not rolling good tonight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7.
7.
Two
With
re-rolls.
2 rerolls.
3.
3 rerolls.
Oh my.
So I'll,
The 10s.
These,
You
that
scare
one,
them.
This one?
that one.
You give him a heart attack.
You give them a heart attack.
He finishes early. He's so scared.
Oh,
He thinks out and he hits the tree.
That's another one. That was 8.
Hey.
8. So reroll that one.
Oh man.
8
Oh
successes.
my god.
Hey,
Is
This-
that exceptional?
Exceptional.
this was a perception check.
Oh,
So I
okay.
can sneak up on them.
You see
You know-
it, you feel it.
You see everything.
You see everything.
You smell everything.
Smell. You see them having sex. You smell the fluids being
You
involved.
know what?
That's your fault.
I would just give a big roar and just go.
You do not smell the use of latex.
Oh.
I think someone has to do this in there too.
You know what?
So you want to snarl and howl at them?
I'm gonna give a big roar, snarl at them. I just want them gone, to be honest. I'm freaking out.
Well, you're a wolf, so
Okay, so
a howl would.
a howl.
A howl or a
Let's-
growl or a
let's hear it.
snarl will all work.
Oh, we have to hear it.
I actually don't want
We
to
all
this
did it.
time.
Yeah.
We all have to.
Yeah, you
I'm
do.
actually not racist. I'm on the spot now. Dang. Okay.
Take your turn.
Oh.
Do it. Do it.
So it has to be a howl.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be a howl.
Just want to hear at least all of you howl.
Oh wow! What a beautiful roar.
Random bird.
I mean, we are in a forest, I guess.
Was the bird at the window?
Flew away when I walked up.
Can you just put my scream from last time?
Nope.
No. Okay. How about that?
Good enough.
No, better.
Good.
You're pretty sure you smell pee and poop now. As these two, they probably look to be about freshmen, skitter out of the bush as fast as humanly
I'm
possible.
gonna chase them. I wanna chase
You guys hear the howl, you see the two kids skitter out of the bush, and you just see Keto bolting after them in wolf form.
I'm nipping at their feet. I want to nip at the guy's feet. I'm just want to like trip.
Should we? I didn't think someone would go this far.
Oh, this is
We're not supposed
awesome.
to chase them.
Of course, the ones skinny dipping are also running, so there's like 5 people just booking it butt naked.
Naked.
Can I see the guys from a quarter mile who just happened?
No, they're behind you, so it's not.
Behind me?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, they're behind me.
I'm gonna call it that.
Does anybody know how to do that whistle?
No.
I stop and I turn around and look at the people behind me. I
I'll
want
just
to chase them.
You see her stop and look at you guys.
You should look at the people behind her.
Oh,
I look at the people
The skinny
behind
person.
me.
Oh, no. I was saying that they're behind you.
Oh, they're behind me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
well, I'm just going to keep nipping at the guy's feet.
Oh,
no.
He's just sitting there freaking out and running.
They're running as fast as they can.
Tommy just whistles. I don't know how to do that.
Just
Really
whistle.
loud. There you go.
You hear a whistle come from Guy.
I turn my head, but I'm looking like, what the heck?
Try to
We're all like.
come back.
I give the guy's heels one more nip and let him trip, and I go back to Tommy.
The wolf in your head's going, keep going. going. This was fun.
I look back.
You can see hesitation.
Okay.
I look at them and I'm
wanna
like,
go
my
get her?
tail.
You're gonna have to get her now.
Alright.
I'm gonna go down. I gotta go get her.
Okay.
This is the fact that she's hesitating now. It's not good.
I'm hopping in a circle like a please.
Okay, I'm gonna just run out, and then once I get to a spot, can't see him, and go Erhan and go get her.
Go get Fitch.
You see Guy in Erhan approach you.
Oh, no.
The one you're in.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn back into his shoe.
Can he hear me still? Like,
Hey, he just turned back into his shoe.
Yeah.
dang it.
You gotta calm down, Kita. Okay. It was a joke. You don't chase
I start
him like
wagging
that.
my tail.
It's hell, boy. Now I want to have to discipline again. Okay, there's gotta learn your limits, boundaries. Like you don't nip at them. You've already scared for fun, giggles, but then you just come back. It was a prank.
Just
And
a prank,
now you're chasing them. You're trying to nip at them, and it could have been bad. Like you could have really hurt them. And then the fact that we tried to call you back, and you're like bouncing, makes me think you heard a voice in your head.
I shake my head. No.
Okay, we've all had those thoughts where it's just like, just go, just keep going, it's fun. But whether you did or not hear that, you still need to come back and not chase things. I don't know how to talk to you.
I turn
Just
back into his shoe.
Learn.
God, you're no fun. That was
No,
fun.
it was fun to a point, and then it
You should have
becomes.
joined me.
You know,
That was awesome. That guy peed while he was running.
yeah, that was funny, but hunting them, chasing them down is a whole nother level.
But I didn't, I didn't fight him. I was just
But you were
near
nipping
his
at him,
foot.
and then you were keeping going. Like
I was just near his foot. I didn't touch him. I didn't.
you said, you nipped him.
I nipped near his foot.
Did you nip him, or did you not nip him?
I did not nip him. I was nipping near his foot. I didn't
Nip
actually
at him.
bite him.
What was the purpose of you trying to nip him? Wolves have pretty
Make him
sharp
run-
teeth, you know.
I want to make him
You're
run
not used to that
faster.
body.
You
You
guys
know
see
how
this
hard
very
a
long,
nip.
drawn out
He was
conversation.
having. He wasn't keeping up with the chicks, so he needed to catch up.
And
You guys can make out words every now and again.
Oh, they're talking that loud?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
just
It's an empty field as well.
just come back. Okay,
Alright.
gotta go back. It was fun for a minute, and then just like okay, chill.
Buzzkill.
That's fine. I'll be the Mr. Buzzkill.
I
Go
start
complain
walking
to
back
Tommy. Go complain to Tommy. Tell her what you did. See what happens.
That was awesome, right?
That was pretty funny. That was pretty good.
Can we do it again?
You don't think she went too far, Tommy?
Oh, come on. Don't be a buzzkill like him. I didn't even touch him.
No, it was funny.
Yeah,
We laughed. Alright, we
Yeah,
laughed.
I know. I have video. It was
I have video.
I saw more than what I needed to.
Yeah. I figured you were gonna say that because, well,
Yeah, you have heightened senses in wolf. You're a wolf.
I think what Guy is just trying to say, it was funny, just be careful with limits. Because
So nipping's a no. I
Just-
didn't touch him, though.
chasing is a no. Like, it was
Chasing.
supposed to be a scare and then just, them
Giggle
run
back
off.
and you run.
But
yeah,
as soon as you started chasing, that's where it's like, ooh, be careful because you don't know what your limits are yet. So just be careful. But it was funny. I applaud. I applaud for funniness and taking the initiative.
At this point, you guys don't need a perception check for this. You hear the roar of a motorcycle.
Oh, this would be the roar of a wolf. I was like, oh boy.
No more roars!
No more roars.
Motorcycle.
You see the motorcycle pull up to the front of the Milky Way. The guy has a helmet on. You can't see his face. But you can hear him ordering stuff at the Milky Way. And he kind of glances back to see if there's anybody sitting there. And he kind of looks at you. He kind of adjusts his shoulders a little bit. And then you see him get two things. Very clearly for two different people. It's food and a drink, food and a drink. And he kind kind of gives one last look. He doesn't raise the visor on his thing. Kind of just shakes his head and kind of sets the stuff up so he's able to hold it while on his bike and drives off.
Hey, Tommy, what was up with that guy?
I don't know. Do you guys know anybody with a motorcycle?
Do we?
Not off the top of your head, really.
I don't know.
He's a weird weirdo.
I don't know. Maybe he's just...
Did he give off a vibe?
He was disappointed that people were there and a little irritated.
Oh.
a judgy vibe? Maybe he's just an old dude. I don't know.
You seem bummed.
He was hoping to score.
You did get a meal for two.
That's true. I'm sure it was nothing. It's just probably some old dude.
Oh, speaking of scoring, Guy, make sure you send me a copy of that video later.
Oh my. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You recorded it.
That was so good.
Warn him?
What?
I said, "Are you? Is Guy going to warn Robert
Of later? Of what's coming up?
of what I had talked to you
Not
about?"
yet. I mean,
Okay.
it's not the time.
Not the time.
Not the time.
All right.
Yeah. When the time is ready, the time will be ready. It's not now.
I hate these inside jokes.
All right.
I feel left out.
It's been about 15 minutes. You guys have finished your food. You guys are kind of just lounging about, talking in the night, crisp night air. And that's when you hear it again. But not just one motorcycle this time. About 3 or 4.
Oh, for the love of, I'm trying to enjoy this peaceful night. What's up with this noise pollution?
We're still not still at the place, are we?
Yeah, you're still
Oh, we're
out.
still. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were enjoying the night air, just chatting.
Okay.
I do like a nice motorcycle, though. Wait,
They're all
what kind of-
Harleys.
Ooh. Those are nice.
They pull in, and you recognize that guy. It was the guy from before.
Okay.
He gets up, and the other ones kind of follow suit in a very deliberate fashion. In your human forms, you can't really smell anything outside of smoke and leather.
Okay.
They kind of block the dock. It's kind of like a dock that goes up into this little eating platform area. The guy that had ordered before kind of stands in front of the other 3. So they're blocking the back, and he's standing just in front of them about in the middle of the dock. So you would either have to leap off the side or go through them to get around them.
And I look towards Tommy, and I look back at them like...
Can we help you?
Don't have enough onion rings for all. Sorry.
You snooze, you lose.
The helmet comes off, and you see George from that night.
Okay, I mean...
He actually literally takes a comb and pulls it through his silverish hair.
I have a deep
Do you
growl.
think you're auditioning for Grease or something, dude?
You might want to watch your tongue.
I
have a habit-
in my mouth, but
I have a habit of removing them from smart mouth pups.
Okay, well, excuse me, but what are you doing here? I mean,
I think the better question is, what are you doing in my territory?
I'm chilling in my territory, actually. So, better question.
He kind of rolls his eyes. You think you lay any claim to this? I was here a lot longer than you.
Oh, well, clearly your age shows that, but just because you've been here longer doesn't mean it's yours. It's mine, actually.
Under
uninvited, but...
And on whose authority is it yours? And before you get that smart aleck comment, my authority, let me just warn you, I coined that term. So unless you want to be using 2 of my things, you better think of another answer.
I look towards Tommy to give her a look like a questioning, like, shift?
Well, this presents a problem.
Yes, it does. I'm
It does.
glad you're intelligent enough to see that. You being in my territory is a problem.
Yeah.
We need to rectify that.
We should rectify that, guys. So apparently this is his, but clearly it needs to be ours since... I'm sorry, what was your name again? It was something simple. I know it was simple, but, you know, I can't recall your simple name. What is it?
And here I was complimenting your intelligence.
Jorge?
It seems like I was mistaken.
Okay, so you rode in, you got food for you and your man lady, and then you rode off into the sunset, and then you came back for what exactly? To be the party pooper? I know every party has a pooper, and I guess you took it upon yourself to be that pooper.
No, I would say you're the party pooper. I was out here going to have a nice night out with my daughter. But, unfortunately...
I hope she doesn't have your face.
But
then I can only imagine what your wife looks like, so, yeah.
I already know what this is gonna be. I have a chance die on this.
Oh no.
Oh no. This is how she dies. This is how I go. Sorry, guys.
Because,
hey, I'm
Really?
actually ready this time.
Really? Come on now.
I only have a chance to die on this. He's got Primal Urge 10 and, 4 Composure.
I'm actually ready to take an order. Give an order.
Uh.
Give an order. I'll take an order.
And he fails it, of course. Of course.
There's nothing I could do on that.
Order.
He shifts. Dalu.
Oh, well.
His facial hair grows longer and turns even more like pure silver. Everything about him is like pure silver.
I shift with him.
You look like a grandpa in wolf form. I'm gonna go Urshel.
Horse?
No.
No.
Come on.
Horse Wolf again?
No.
Yeah. No.
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 You shift into Dalu, and your fur is noticeably more white than his, but not... It doesn't have that silvery tone. And you both kind of just stand there. The other 3 behind him shift as well, Dalu.
I guess I'll put down my onion ring and go Dalu. And just stand. Like I'm not
I'm
running
gonna stay
forward.
issue for now.
Tagdilla, you're focused. I'm gonna
He
go.
kinda... He struts up to you. He's How tall is your character?
In
Dalu?
Dalu.
Very back page. Should have your heights and stuff.
Wait, very back page. No. Yes. Dalu, I'm 6'5", 225 pounds.
He's about 7 foot. So he is much. He's still much bigger than you. That's just because he's just a tall dude.
The dude. Okay.
And he goes. You know, he just puffs his chest up and goes straight up and is just staring down at you.
Stare up. Really? We're gonna do this now?
Because he's gotten much closer to Tomi, his pack has moved up and is now on the inside of the
room.
Yeah.
Then I'll also move up to match.
Dalu as well.
Are they just in a line like behind him, or are they kind of like 1, 2, like kind of not surrounding, but
they're more in a line. It would be really hard because there's like benches to actually get around.
Oh,
you.
I see.
Oh wait, benches.
Okay, Jeez. Well, I guess move kind of toward their left, just slightly, so I'm not directly behind Tomi. I'm a little bit more.
And he's just looking at you, and that's where it catches you off guard. He literally spits in your eye.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna go Urhan and just stand on the side waiting for her order to be
And
on.
yeah, that's a...
Composure check, yeah. I figured.
You were gonna be like, if I
Oh, hell no.
That would be
Fire
a-
your box. So just
don't... Composure minus Primal Urge.
Oh. So -1?
Yeah.
2 successes.
Wow.
Not bad.
Huh.
Okay. I'll wipe it off. Alright. At least one of us can stay classy. I say in a
lower voice, I guess.
That's
I give a growl and I'm looking towards her direction. Like,
Classy is something you'll never be, darling.
Okay, I take a swing.
Okay. That is...
That's initiation. Let's have some fun.
That is brawl plus strength.
Brawl. So 3, 4, 5. I'll add my Muay Thai. 6,
Plus your strength.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, his defense in Dalu.
7, 8, 9, 10.
does not change, right? Unless he has the merit.
No, it does not change. So his defense
I've
is...
been rolling bad this whole night, though.
Yeah.
hold on.
What?
I have to give you his defense so you can minus the die from it.
Dang, that was a good roll, too.
Take out the bad ones.
Take out the bad
What's the
ones.
bad one?
His defense is only 3.
Which one?
So I take out the bad
So
ones.
he's using his full defense then?
Yeah.
I just take out the bad ones.
I already take out the bad one.
Go ahead. I'll allow it.
With 1 reroll. Yeah. So 3.
3 successes. You hit him. You hit him really hard. Let me look here. That is 3 points of lethal damage.
Lethal.
Oh.
She's in Dalu. Lethal.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, I
Nice.
guess. It says teeth claws. Alright, yeah. You are correct.
I swiped.
Yeah. She said took a swing, so I'm assuming she's using the most natural.
Yeah.
Nice.
What are the other ones doing now that she has swung?
It's gonna turn into a bar fight.
They've already upped into Dalu.
Yeah.
What we're going to do here now is we're going to roll initiative.
Okay. It's been a while.
Where's that?
Initiative is gonna be on the second page, and then whatever form you are.
Does it change in Dalu? I don't think so.
I'm in
Not in
Urhan,
Dalu,
so
no.
I get
I didn't
7
think so.
No.
You're in what form?
Urhan.
Whoa.
So I have 7 dice.
Yeah.
1,
Is it- Is it a dice pool, or is there a single dice and we add that?
From what I've read, it's single dice.
6. Oh,
So
wait, it's one dice?
single dice, and then you add your initiative.
Yeah.
So it's roll and then plus 6.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 1 dice.
Yes, roll
And
1
then
dice, and then
plus
add.
So 9.
I got 13.
9. Plus my initiative.
Yes.
Oh,
7.
16 for you?
Oh.
What do you got, Robert?
5, 7.
I had 17.
Okay,
Oh,
so
60.
7.
I'm just going to keep all 4 of them at the same initiative. So you had...
7.
I'm 60.
9.
13.
Okay, so
17.
yeah. 9, and then yours was...
7.
Okay, so Robert gets to move first after that sucker punch. Then it goes to Kita. Then it goes to Tom. Oh, no, then it goes to George's pack.
This is basically like a 4 on
Then it
top.
goes to... You had the 13, or...
I had 13.
Then it's Guy.
I'm gonna pair up with you in this fight.
Then it's Tommy.
'Cause I think
Then
that's the
it's
fence.
Jack.
So I'll pair up with you in this
I'm at the
fight.
bottom.
Okay,
Yes, I think it's better.
Robert!
With you.
what are you going to do?
Just keep close to somebody.
Okay.
Pretty much. This is my first fight.
I'm gonna switch into Daru and back off and to the right.
Okay.
How many are there?
They got
4. It's not the full pack.
Thank goodness.
Okay, so after you back away, it is Kita's go. You had already shifted into Urhan, correct?
Yes, I'm in Urhan. And I'm gonna be left wing of Jack's character. Pair off with him in this fight.
Okay. Next is George's group. So I'm going to have, obviously, Primal Urge 10. I'm going to have him burn a point of essence, which allows him to upgrade his regeneration from bashing to lethal. Okay. So The claw marks you had left have just disappeared. And that's when he takes a swing at you. I think he's gonna... Yeah, he's just gonna take a regular swing, so that's... What's your defense?
My defense is... No memento, for favor... 6.
Gonna have to... Oh, do you want to apply your defense to him, I should ask?
What's the difference?
If you don't apply your defense to him, he gets his full dice pool, but you get negatives for anybody else that attacks you.
So meaning if somebody else attacks me...
You won't be able to defend as well against it.
Okay.
If she uses her defense now.
Yeah, if you use your defense against him.
Could also split it up. Use a few him, a few the next one.
I'll go ahead and not apply it.
At all?
Okay.
Yeah.
At all?
Yeah. I'll take the hit. See how hard he hits.
That's... He kind of does like a jab into your chest for 2 points of lethal damage with his claws.
Lethal is...
X.
X.
In the box or the round?
In the box.
In the box. 2 of the pack members square off against the 2 of you, while the other one kind of places himself in front of Guy. They are kind of leaving Robert alone just because he backed away.
Help.
Alright, so the next person in line is Guy.
Okay.
You're staring at this guy in front of you.
Is he, like, noticeably bigger?
No, he's about the same.
Same size? Nothing standing out about him, I guess?
No.
Okay, then I'm just... Oh, my God. I'm gonna do, I'll go for a swipe across, like, the neck up, I guess.
So you're just gonna... Okay,
Yeah.
so go ahead and give me your strength minus... your strength and your brawl.
Mm-hmm. Nice 7.
And we'll go ahead and minus 3 die from it because he's going to apply his defense.
So 4. Nothing.
He basically moves out of the way. There's
backs up.
There's like a bench between you, so you kind of had to reach over the bench, which allowed him to kind of just move back.
Dang it.
Okay, Tommy's go.
I grunt as he, stabs his claws into me. And I kind of smirk and I say, well, I guess someone's a little angry about not getting an added pack member. And kind of just start goading him, I guess.
Goading.
There we go. Yeah, goading him. And I want to do a specific move, so I'm pretty sure I get, minuses, right? Or something.
What are you trying to do?
So, I want to pull, obviously, his hand.
So you want to initiate a grapple.
Right. So I want to...
She wants to back up from us.
I want to back up, so it kind of comes out, but then turn around and then then do a brawl.
A brawl or a grapple?
A grapple?
Are you trying to hold him?
Grapple, turn around, get him, and then flip
That
over.
would be a grapple.
Yeah.
Suplex type thing?
So that grapple is going to be an opposed strength plus brawl check, correct? Hooter?
Should be. Grapple should be, strength and brawl.
Bag.
Yeah.
So,
It's up again.
I know it's an opposed roll, so let's see here. We're gonna do 3 die. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm in dollars. Hold on.
Can you pass me the book, please?
Yeah. Here's the book. Dalu, strength is +1. So I get one more die. Alright.
A quick side question.
Yes.
What form are all these guys in again?
Dalu.
Dalu.
They're all straight Dalu right
So
now.
that's that near human thing. Alright.
Okay, give me your roll.
Alright, so it is strength plus walk.
Yeah.
So 4, so 9. 3, 6, 9. Put a cable here.
Yes.
Thank you. So 1, just 1? 2. 2 successes.
That's not an exceptional success, but you're able to, as you back away, you're able to get a hold of him, and now you're in a grapple with him. So we will operate on the higher of the two initiatives, which will be his. So we will act again on George's turn.
Can I also...
That was your instant action. That was your action for that turn, was initiating the grapple.
So what's a reflexive action?
That is a reflex, okay? So what are you wanting to do here?
Crushing blow. This fag may be activated when the Urotha successfully hits her prey with a brawl attack, even if the strike deals no damage. The prey suffers a penalty to his defense equal to the Urotha's honor renown. This penalty only applies to the next attack made against him by the Urotha or a pack mate. If used while in his shoe, the werewolf unarmed attack deals lethal rather than bashing damage.
I'm not sure if that applies because this is a grapple. It's not an actual blow.
Mm-hmm. So then it would have to be an actual punch or...
Yeah, something that isn't necessarily a grab.
Okay.
Okay. Jack.
Me. I'm last on the list, right? Yes.
Yes.
I wish you were first so I can move after you.
And I got one guy in front of me.
Yeah.
Are we on a dock, you said?
Yeah, it's kind of like, imagine if it was like a pier, but only less water.
Less water. Can I kick him off the dock into the water?
There's railings.
So that's a no?
Yeah.
With enough force, you
Wait,
can push
how
anyone or
long? How
anything.
tall is the railing?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking he might bowl over the top of it.
The railings,
Hip high?
I want to say a little bit above.
Oh.
Probably more like lower back height. You'd have to plan to kick pretty high.
Well, they've grown in height too.
They are taller.
Yeah.
More top heavy.
Like 7 feet?
Okay. I'm going to try and sweep the legs out from under him then.
Okay. Called shot then?
I guess that would be like a kick to the lower region of areas.
Okay. Well, not groin.
Yeah.
Groin's a separate.
Yes, I know.
And it's an illegal action.
Illegal in a regulated fight, sure. This is not really.
Any regulation.
Yeah.
You have teeth and claws.
In my speed, which is why I went to Erhan form so I can use that to advantage
I
with
don't
all the
think they're
chairs and
running
stuff
though.
around.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna be running though.
But still, all the tables and stuff going around, I can probably hop on one and get a better angle to lunge at their head.
Stated, I wish this book was organized a little bit better. I believe it's a -2 penalty.
For targeting legs.
Legs, -2.
Alright.
We're so dark.
Yeah, because the light's behind it.
Okay, so you take a -2 penalty, so take out 2 die.
Uh-huh.
And
He's defense, I assume?
yeah, which is only 2.
He's using both, I assume?
Yeah.
Alright. I get 1 dice to hit him. I don't hit him.
He kind of leaps over your foot as you sweep.
Okay.
Robert,
Yes.
your go.
I will sort of crouch and make my way toward Yeah, I think I'll start heading toward the one that just jumped over Jack's foot.
Okay, so you're going to turn it from a 2v1 into a 3v1?
Yep.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be a 1v1? Oh.
I swung.
She had one guy on her as well, right?
No.
Oh.
No.
I thought they both went to them.
They both went to us, but I swung on his left side to be his left flank, and then he initiated an attack.
Okay.
Yeah, she's partnered up with you.
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, Kita.
Back to me. Okay.
I know what she's thinking, but I haven't actually done any actions with that guy.
Okay.
He's still just standing behind, blocking the main thing. He's not really part of this combat at this time.
Damn, I need my powers.
What powers?
Oh, this is the wolf stuff that I get, but not until I do the pack. Yeah.
You have some gifts already.
You guess. I don't think any of them are really initiated.
Not only that, but you can still attack though. You have teeth and claws and.
Yeah.
What kind of gift were you thinking of using?
Lay of the land would not help you in this current situation.
No, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, pack awareness. All of you guys are right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wouldn't work.
So you get +1 to your teeth since you're Airhorn.
Yeah, okay, since the guy... Sorry, I know I'm taking a moment.
Bite him!
Yeah, nip him.
Nip.
So you got a chance to actually nip somebody.
Since I'm in Urhan form, I am just gonna go
Like they say, nip him in the bud.
There you go.
I'm just gonna go full bolt into this guy to really, like, chomp on his head.
Okay, so you're gonna try to bite him. Are you actually aiming for his head?
I'm aiming for his neck.
That is a specific called shot.
Next
So-
is probably a 3?
Probably. That's gonna be your strength plus brawl.
My strength is 2, and my brawl is also 2, so 4. There you go.
Just use head. -3 die.
Oh, fudge.
Because it's a called shot.
So just a chance then?
No. She still has 1 dice,
Oh.
but not a chance.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
One die.
So I guess it's better to not be specific.
Well, if you... Ooh, that's a success. It's a 9.
She succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got his neck!
yeah, you did.
Ouch.
That's going
That's
to
gonna hurt.
that's going to inflict the stun condition.
Can I rip it?
Because it's in the neck?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
I'm using
That's
the
gonna
same.
be more of a finishing blow. That's like if you were to.
Yeah, that's
Get it accepted.
that's
We're
a.
fighting over territory, so this is perfectly legal.
Yeah. Well, but I'm just
He
saying.
dies.
I'm just saying that. Think health points. He's not to the point where you can just give a finishing blow.
And he takes 2 damage because 2 lethal damage because you're in Urhan, which gives you a 1 to teeth. All right. It is now George's and Tommy's turn. It is an opposed strength check again.
That was a good roll.
They don't apply their defense.
No, they don't.
Okay, so
So it's just straight strength brawl.
3, 6.
Is it 9 or 10? Can you use your Muay Thai here?
Oh, I can. Okay.
is there specific Muay Thai grappling moves? I don't honestly know.
Is it Muay Thai kicking?
Muay Thai is kicking, elbows. There is punching, and there is grappling.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm ready.
It is the definition of dirty fighting. Down and dirty fighting.
1, 2,
That's Krav
3,
Maga.
4, 5, 6. 6 with 2 rerolls.
Woohoo, look at you, lady.
Wait, 2 or
1 and 2.
Oh.
6.
All right, you are allowed to execute one of the maneuvers because you did beat him.
I have the list of said maneuvers here. Those.
I'll do the drop prone. Throwing both of you to the ground. You must break free before rising. See going prone.
Okay, so you kind of do one of those those maneuvers where you go down with them,
Yeah.
Kind of looks like the
Stunner.
yeah, like Monday Night Raw is going on right now.
With two furry beasts.
What's a malt shop owner doing all this?
We're a bit of a ways from the malt shop owner right now, right?
Not really.
Mm-hmm.
He's hearing scuffles.
Don't come out. Please don't come out. Please don't come out.
The guy in front of you is gonna take a swipe at you.
Hello.
That being the guy.
What's your
guy.
defense? Again?
6. 6.
Oh yeah, I remember it was just a single chance die. Or not a chance die, but... He deals 1 point of lethal damage as he scratches you. But once again, there's this stupid table in the way that neither of you has decided to move around.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Right over to you.
Jesus, Flip! Come on, guys.
Just
Nobody
spark
wants to
kick that
sacrifice attack of opportunity by moving this table.
I don't think that would be...
Gita, are you going to apply your defense to the guy that's now going to try and check you in the face? Because you bit his throat.
Yeah, I'm basically pretty much like right here.
Well, you're not grappled to him.
Yeah, but I did just pretty much.
You did chomp on him,
You
yeah.
have RKO onto the table.
So you're
I
going
want
to...
his neck. I want
No, it's his turn.
his turn.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, do you want to apply your defense to his attack?
Action if I
Do what?
flip the table.
If I don't.
Right.
Well,
Then he gets his full dice pool against you.
We'll ask him.
Which means he can hit a lot harder, but you can save your defense for if you feel like you're going to be attacked by somebody else.
even though I'm in Erhan, I am pretty much the weakest, so I'm gonna apply my defense.
What's your defense?
3. This sucks.
You wanted to
This
fight.
is what you wanted.
I know. I'm terribly weak.
He's able to kind of scratch you across your face and deal a point of lethal damage to you. Now it is going to be the one guy still just standing there at the entrance, kind of his back is now turned, he's watching the malt shop. Got it. It's your go.
Okay, I have a question. For this table, if I kick it up, is that my action right there?
Yes.
To move it? Yeah, I figured. Okay.
How about you flip it into his face?
I think that's what he was going
That's
for.
fine too, but is that all I can do?
Oh.
Yeah, that would be your
That would
action.
be my action.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a reflex or anything.
And then my other one was crouch you down and lunge under the table and go for grab his legs. Is that multiple?
That would be really hard to do.
Oh, it's not a regular table, just a...
It's one of those table bench combo, combo
okay.
things.
I see. I can't go on top of it. That's going to give him an attack.
What if you kicked it forward into his shins?
I'm just going to flip it up into his face.
Okay.
I think that's going to be the easiest.
That's going to be a strength check. Just straight strength.
Just strength.
I guess. Does it count as a weapon if it hits?
Is it...
I will allow you to apply weaponry to it because it is you are using
it as a weapon.
Yeah, so I agree with that.
But then they have to be
Thank you.
He's going to apply his 3 defense.
3 defense. So, 1, 2, 3,
Don't forget your Dalu strength.
Could you get 1 extra die for dollar?
Oh my goodness.
Something I keep forgetting to do.
I forgot the last roll too.
Yeah.
Oh, dollar. Just plus 1 more.
Yep.
So,
I mean, either way, you do.
dollar strength, and you're playing 3.
Yes.
Or you
Defense.
would let go.
So I have 5.
But then it also depends what you plan on doing. Because if you stay on him, he's just gonna. You leave
2
yourself.
successes with the reroll being nothing. So 2.
So are you table flipping it or are you kicking it into him?
I'm just gonna table flip it up, just to kind of
He takes 2 points of lethal damage and falls over backwards as the table kind of falls over the side.
Perfect.
Nice.
Of course, that makes a large clattering sound as it,
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, it would be Tommy's go.
So we're both on the ground.
Oh, wait, sorry. Your turn is shared with George because you're in... Sorry, my bad. Jack.
My turn. I still got a guy in front of me.
Wait,
Yeah.
so you're both attacking the same guy, right?
Pretty much. He
Yeah.
tried to sweep his feet, and I'm
Yeah.
basically chomping on his neck.
She was wondering, is she still clenched on
No,
him?
because that would be initiating a grapple.
So that
Right, okay.
forced me to let go.
Yeah, it was just a bite.
Yeah,
A bite and move.
okay. So if she wants to clench, if any of us ever want to clench, we have to specify it.
Yeah,
Okay,
because then that becomes a grapple.
okay.
I want to kick him in the balls.
Okay.
In dollars, does
I'm
our...
just in his shoe, but
Oh, you're still just in his shoe?
Yeah.
Oh, brave man.
Wait, you just said you forgot to add your dollar strength.
I said I usually do.
Oh,
But I'm
okay.
not in dollar right now, so I haven't been. So that's 2,
You're a rando human.
3. So
Plus him.
defense, call shot. Is there a thing?
Is he?
Uh,
no, I think he went Erhan. and
didn't
he's
he
kinda
apply-
trying to
He
sneak
applied it
away.
to hers.
So he doesn't have it.
So full damage then.
Are you doing a cold shot?
Is it? I want to kick him in the balls. Is that a call shot?
Yeah, that's groin -3. 3!
Worth it.
Take out his knee.
No, he's going for the balls.
He's going for bold.
For the
I don't
girls,
hit the balls.
You
He
really don't.
sidesteps.
That was 2 1s.
It was a 1 and a 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought that was 2 1s.
You
That's
miss.
critical
I
fail.
missed.
Whoosh.
What happens if he critical fails?
Robert.
I kicked myself in the balls? I
You swing too hard.
Robert, your go.
Since you just missed, I'm gonna go ahead and now gut punch him.
Okay, that would be strength plus brawl, please. He doesn't have his defense.
Put anything pro? Yay! Thank I put something into brawl.
It's always a good thing to have. At least 1 point in brawl.
Just so you don't.
One success.
One success.
Mhm.
You are in Dalu, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you deal a single point of lethal damage. Kita, your go.
Shoot. Okay, so you pretty much forced me to let go before I just bit him.
It's more like a nip. Ha!
Yeah.
And then you kind of backed up when he swung at you.
Yeah. There wasn't two guys towards us. What?
No.
So it's just one guy.
Yes.
So, all right. There's more things to focus on. At least one thing to focus on. How much? Dang it. Sorry. What's the status of this guy at the moment?
Status?
He's
Was-
fine. He looks like he's been hurt, but nothing that he couldn't probably just heal from very quickly.
Hmm.
Seeing how you guys heal.
Yeah. Pretty much. You know what? Guys don't hate me, but I do want to use this. I want to go Urshel and try bolting at him again, but pretty much to like shove him off the pier dock.
Urshel, for you, is a full action, so you won't be able to move or anything.
It would take your action to change.
Yeah. They can do it reflexively. It's a reflex for them, but for you, it's harder at this time.
Alright, I'm gonna stay in Erhan. I'm gonna try to bolt at him again. This time, go for one of his legs.
Okay, leg rack, that's minus... Or, sorry, not leg rack. That's called shot leg, that's -2. Go ahead and roll your dice plus the... minus his defense as well.
So,
What is she?
What is it? It was on my strength and...
Strength and brawl.
Strength and brawl. So, 4 again. Minus...
2 for...
-2, -3, right?
Yeah.
So
What?
it's gonna be a chance.
It'll be a chance die.
Yeah, it's a chance die.
Just one.
So you roll 1 dice. You have to roll a 10 in order to succeed. If you roll a 1, it's a critical failure. Or dramatic.
Dramatic.
Dramatic, yes, sorry. D&D.
Oh, screw it.
2.
Ooh.
It's a fail, but it's not dramatic.
You miss. That could have went so much worse for you.
I was thinking how bad this
Alright, it's George and Tommy's go.
Contest your rolls.
Oh, we're just...
Every time.
Oh, okay.
Until one of you decides to break the grapple, essentially.
Can you do damage in a grapple?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 with 3 rerolls.
Oh, yeah.
Those are good dice you got there.
4.
4. The draw.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait,
No.
okay.
I got 1 reroll. It is a complete draw.
Nothing happens, I assume.
So we're just in the ground?
You're just scuffling amongst each other. You're unable to. Neither of you's able to get a good enough grip. However, I think this is going to be the time when he does this.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Let me see.
That's how babies are made.
No means no!
Well, that's something else, but.
Excuse me.
His harmony's within range of this.
Those burritos, man.
He shifts up into Garu.
Oh, snap.
Y'all could just do it.
Yes, he's in Garu. You are now grappled with this massive man-wolf covered in silver fur. Obviously, the grip you had originally is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you have a snarling monster. At this, the rest of his pack, except for the one guy who's got his back turned, the other 2 follow suit.
Oh.
And we're going to leave it there for tonight. This has been Ian, your storyteller. Over Discord, we've got...
Mark.
Just Mark.
I'm Daniel's guy.
Yeah, that's all you're getting out of me.
Melina's Tommy.
Toria's Kita.
Peter is Jack.
And we will see you all for the finish of this fight.